Hello, my adorable scientists. Welcome to another interesting and exciting lesson with Mr. Olia. And I hope you learned a lot from the previous lesson. Today's lesson is titled Flight. I will come again, Flight. And the first concept of flight is properties of air. When it's winding, air can exert pressure on surfaces. Even when air is not moving, it exerts pressure. Air does not exert the same amount of pressure everywhere. Next, higher the upward movement of air, the lower the air pressure. Air takes up space and has mass. So, what is mass? Mass is the amount of matter in an object or substance. Is the amount of matter in an object or substance. Next, there are four forces of flight, which are 1. Gravity, 2. Drag, 3. Lift, 4. Thrust. Gravity, drag, lift, and thrust. Now, what is gravity? Gravity is an invisible force which pulls objects down. Objects with a large mass pull and attract objects with a less mass towards themselves or towards them. So, this simply means there is an invisible force that pulls objects downward. That is the reason when you throw an object upward, it will surely come down. Next, drag. This is a force that slows an object down and walks in the opposite direction than the object is traveling. Drag depends on shape of object. When the shape of an object is long, thin and smooth, drag will be low. Next, number 3, lift. This is an upward force. Lift is an upward force. If a lift force is greater than the gravity force, the object will stay in the air. So the object will stay in the air. 4. Thrust. This is the force that moves an airplane forward and is usually produced by a plane jet engine and a propeller. This simply means thrust is a force that pulls an object forward. Next, you will be learning Newton's laws of motion. Newton's law. Newton was a great scientist that stated some laws of motion. So let's learn the laws together. Newton's first law states that every object in a state of motion tends to remain in that state of motion unless an external force is applied to it. When an object is in motion, it changes position except an external force is applied to it. Newton's second law states that acceleration is produced when a force acts on a mass. Acceleration is produced when a force acts on a mass. Newton's third law. Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. I'll come again. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So these are the 3 laws of Newton. Next, law of flight. Law of flight states that air particles always travels from high pressure to low pressure areas. I'll come again. Particles always travel from high pressure to a low pressure areas. Next, Bernoulli's principle states that as the speed of a fluid increases, the pressure decreases. As the fluid of a speed increases, the pressure also decreases. So air can be thought of as a fluid in this state or principle. Examples of living things that can fly are 1. Birds. Birds are living things that can fly. 2. The bats. Bats are also living things that can fly. 3. Cockroaches. Rodents are also living things that can fly. Next, insects. Insect is also living things that can fly. Now, examples of non-living things that can also fly. 1. Airplanes. Airplanes can fly. They are non-living things. 2. Helicopters. Helicopters are also non-living things that can fly. 3. Rockets. Yes, rocket is also a living thing that can fly. 5. Jets. Jets are also living things that can fly. Now we have air-hot balloon. Air-hot balloons are also non-living things that can fly. So these are various non-living things that can fly. Wow, super kids! It's been a fun learning process so far, knowing the definition and laws of flight. Can't wait to see you guys in the next lesson. Bye bye.